Good morning. It's been a while since my last internship vlog. The internship is only 10 weeks long and for some reason I'm already halfway through. I am halfway through my 5th week. It's been so busy, but so much fun. The people have all been really nice. I've actually not met another intern in person yet, but I sent a message on the group chat of the 36 other interns, and on Saturday we're gonna go for drinks. I'm really excited for that. But today we have a meeting with the team in Asia. So because of the time difference, it's quite an early meeting. It lasts about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, so from 8 AM to 10. So if you haven't watched my last video, my internship is at asset management where I am in an investment stream and I'm working on equities. So I'm basically looking at companies, researching them loads, looking at their management, looking at their ESG, looking at the industry, if there's growth, and then basically either recommending to buy, hold or sell them into a fund. You quickly realise that a lot of stuff in finance is loads of acronyms, so companies have acronym names and there are acronyms to explain their companies. A lot of it went over my head, still kind of does at some point. Something that is pretty cool, maybe one of the coolest parts of my morning routine, is logging on to Bloomberg. So they send out all of these B units to the investment interns. It comes with this little fingerprint scanner, so you turn it on and it's like at my school canteen where you have to swipe your fingerprint and then hold it up to the screen and it starts flashing, and then you connect this to your, oh, it's so cool. The other cool gadget I'll stop geeking out on is my Ergonomic Mouse from Anchor. So what I do is I pull this out, it's got a little USB, plug it into my computer, and oh, it's so nice. Last night I went to an investor day with my line manager and he's gonna be off tomorrow afternoon, so I'm going to do the write-up today, try and send that over before lunchtime because we have a meeting with the head of equities, just I think more of a macro overlook of what's happening at the moment. So the kind of work that I'm doing for this company is very similar to the uni work that I did last term. So you might remember I did financial statement analysis. That was basically going through a company's financial statement. It's like a 200-300 page document that they bring out every year, and then also looking at industry reports, looking at ESG reports, so environmental social governance reports, basically just collating loads of data on a company, seeing if it has growth potential or not, and then doing a little valuation at the end, so a discounted cash flow model, or looking at comparables, so a company or a couple of companies that are similar and looking at their ratios and seeing if this is good compared to that company. All of the interns have had these teach-ins, so once a week we sit in with a different desk for like an hour or two, learn about what they do. This afternoon we've actually got one with equity dealing, so the dealers who actually do the stuff that we say buy, hold or sell, I believe. I don't really know. So for lunch I had the last of my ratatouille, which I saved from a few days ago. I wouldn't really call it ratatouille actually, it's more of a halloumi bake, but that dish got me through the 2nd week of this internship because I just had no time to cook. I also just didn't really have the energy by the end of the day, to be fair, and you just put it in the oven for 10-15 minutes and I put in a little fresh baguette or something like that, because the best bit is all the juices at the bottom, plus the dish is 4 if not 3 or 4 of your 5 a day. My friend Tom, he actually got me this tray. It's an amazing little baking dish or whatever, and all of the juices stick on the edges, but then when you wash it up it's all clean.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah, I've got it on the calendar, so that's perfect, don't worry.
The price would be true that.
Yeah. We got an email through about, I think it was the Zomato IPO today. It has just gone past 4 PM, it is now 7 minutes past, and I'm gonna go and visit my friend Liv for dinner. I am popping past this gluten-free bakery that is near Islington. I basically ordered her birthday cake there ages ago. It was closed when I went to collect it, but they're open now, but they're gonna close at 5, so I'm gonna go now, but I've got another call at 6. I'm gonna have to bring my work laptop with me. Luckily, Liv is also working as well until 7, so I can finish off the rest of my work at her place. I'm excited to show you around her flat because it's gorgeous. I think she pays less rent than me, which is even more depressing. Regardless, I haven't seen her in ages, so I'm looking forward to a good feast and a lovely catch up after work. Oh, blimey, I get treated good when I work here.
You say in your blog that I'm single and I'm willing to cook. Oh no! I've been caught!
You can just tell that it's gluten-free, and that was a problem. I mean, I'm still eating it, but... Sorry, I just... How cute are these? Little crochets. So talented. There's the blood, there's been some signal failures. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to get home. And unfortunately I need to do some work as well when I get home. So this morning I started a call. We have on a Thursday a two and a half hour long meeting with Asia, and then in the afternoon we have another meeting but with the office in Brazil. We now have a call with the other interns and early careers to kind of go through the presentation that we're going to have to do at the end of our internship. So in 4.5 weeks I just made myself the tastiest snack, pistachio nut butter with medjool dates and a bit of honey. That's really helpful, thank you. I've got just over an hour until my next call. I think I'm gonna go for a quick run because I have just been joining calls, exiting calls, joining calls, exiting calls, and then I'll come back and have lunch. But if you've been following me since my physio saga when I was in the wheelchair this time last year, I have been told by my physio that I can start doing the couch to 5k thing. So I started on week 3. This is gonna be my second run. It'll be nice before it rains anyway to get some fresh air. I'm gonna shower before my next call. I'm feeling a lot more fresh. I made myself some lunch. 2 of my 5 a day in here because I thought I needed some nutrients. After this hour-long meeting with the Brazil team, I've got a one-on-one meeting with she's deputy head of small cap, so smaller companies that you can invest in, and we were just going to have a quick half an hour catch up. She was actually one of the interviewees at my assessment centre, so it'll be nice to have a chat and get to know her a bit better. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. Yeah, it's been a busy day, but it's I'm not sure what to call this dinner, frankly. We have it's like a curry, kind of. It was a curry that I made ages ago. I put it in the freezer, I've taken it out, and then I'm gonna add some fresh mushrooms to it and a little bit of cheese. It's not quite a saag paneer, but that was what I was aiming for, but it's definitely not that. So I ended up crashing out a little bit early yesterday, so I woke up nice and relaxed this morning and I'm feeling kind of revitalized again, which is really nice. I feel full with sleep. Fridays in the office are pretty quiet and a lot of people have been on holiday this week and especially today. We don't have as many meetings today. I think I've only got 2, and that means that I can focus on my stock note throughout the day. This evening is exciting though. I'm going to go and meet my managers for the first time actually. I signed on to this management maybe a week or 2 ago just because I was getting kind of overwhelmed with the amount of work. Hopefully, you know, I will be in a job come September as well, so if that's the case I might not be able to keep up with my emails and do all of my invoices and stuff for YouTube, so I felt pretty comfortable with them and I'm really excited to meet them. I'm going down to their office this evening at 6. The sky is just blue today, there's not a single cloud, and it's doing so much for my mood. I feel so happy. So I'm gonna go and take, I don't know, maybe an hour little walk this morning. I'm thoroughly enjoying working on a Friday. You never know how long this good weather is going to last. I think it is meant to be raining next week.
We could drive along an ocean reflecting the sun, or make a bed of green atop a wide open scene. Under a canvas of blue I would draw ever nearer to you.
So I've had my 40-minute session of vitamin D, sunshine and exercise. I've come back and I made myself a pistachio date honey crumpet. Gluten-free, reduced of course. However, I won't tell you how much the pistachio nut butter cost me. I bought a pack of 4 because it was cheaper that way, but yeah, I'll leave it in the description though. If you like pistachios or if you like pecans, the pecan nut butter is really good. The cashew one is also very good. There's no added sugar, no palm oil, nothing like that. I'm hoping this will get me through the next hour and a half of work. I'm going to take a 15-minute lunch break and then going on to a PDIE, which stands for a pre-deal investor education. You have calls like these when a company is going to do an IPO, which is an initial public offering. So that's when they're going to put some shares on a stock market, and then you can buy in shares. These calls are with analysts who are often from the big investment banks like Goldman Sachs, Citi, that kind of vibe, Morgan Stanley. They've researched the company a lot, they've got their own valuations, and they're just giving information to investors basically. So just jumping off from that company meeting that I was in, now I'm going to go into a call with some other interns. I think there might be about 20 or so in there. Me and the fellow intern who are on the same team, on the same desk, we are going to do a presentation. So for today's lunch, I went for a concoction of 4 different rice cakes. We've got salmon, scrambled eggs, chives, we've got spring onion, eggs and avocado, we've got avocado, salmon, chives, and the classic tomato and avocado. I also cut a fresh squidge of lemon for the salmon. 14 minutes until my next meeting, so I'm going to do a taste test of all of these and tell you which one is the best. Tomato and avocado is such a crunchy, juicy one, while the egg and salmon is just a classic combination, but it doesn't have any of your 5 a day in it, so the winner was avocado, salmon, chives, lemon. And now for dessert, before I join the next pod meeting, I have almond butter with apple, because that's the best combination. Peanut butter goes with banana. This is also the £2 jar from Aldi. They do really good nut butters in Aldi if you want cheap, like 100% stuff. It's just gone 6 PM, so I'm going to go and head out to Southwark, where I'm going to go and meet my managers. So I'm going to go and catch the tube. So a bit of a funny story. I left my meeting with my management, which was really lovely. We went up on the roof terrace. It was a gorgeous view. I then thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to pop into Lidl, do a little bit of a food shop, because they had some gluten-free biscuits on sale, and that very rarely happens. So I went in, didn't have a plastic bag, but it was okay. I headed home, realised forgot my keys. And Nicole's going to be out until midnight, so I called up my neighbour to let me into the flat. Luckily, we had a plastic bag holding up this dead plant outside. It's quite weird. I was actually thinking about how much I miss Nicole, because I've not seen her today. I haven't really properly seen her this week, so I am now walking to Sabine's. We are going to go have dinner and watch Love Island together and relax. Vlogging taps, no perhaps.